and thank you for tuning into Gummi Ship Radio, the podcast where two childhood girlfriends synthesize their brains comprehensively to figure out what exactly is the Kingdom Hearts lore. As a gentle reminder, our commentary section may sporadically allude to spoilers throughout all of the Kingdom Hearts installments. So if you don't want to run that risk, feel free to skip that section and jump to the storyline update section. Time codes of each section are listed in the show notes. Each section of Gummi Ship Radio will follow the release order of the video game series, and episodes are chronological with the events of the game of the season. We strongly recommend listening in order, so proceed at your own caution. I'm one half of that brain, Brittany.
And I'm the other half, Victoria, and I'll be leading today's episodes on floors 2 through 5 and basements 11 and 10, where Sora and company begin their first trudge through the mysterious Castle Oblivion and learn that the delicacy of their memories may be linked to the nefarious schemes playing around them. Meanwhile, Riku is determined to vanquish the darkness within him as he presses on through Castle Oblivion. As a recap per Jiminy and the D report, our friends may be here. It was that thought that led us to Castle Oblivion, where cards rule over all. A mysterious man gave Sora a card, and using it took us to Traverse Town, of all places. It turned out the town was just a figment of our own remembrances, the first world of many that lie in Sora's heart. And so our journey through these worlds began. And led by a mysterious voice, Riku made his way through the card worlds, but met only dark beings within. Riku was told that because he rejected the other things in his life to claim darkness, his heart is now devoid of anything but the darkness he sought. Unable to accept this, Riku encountered Ansem, who tried yet again to conquer him. The king intervened to save Riku, but Ansem has not let go of his heart, and so Riku must fight the darkness within. Floors 2 and 3. Jiminy's troubled by what Axel said. You may no longer be who you think you are. Goofy feels like anything can happen here but has some trouble remembering the name of Castle Oblivion. But that's okay. They just got there, it's no biggie, and Donald's able to remind him. Goofy expands on his faith in them, just like when they were in Holly. Strange. Goofy seems to not be able to remember the name of Hollow Bastion, and neither can Donald and Sora. Sora offhandedly asks if Goofy is making it up, but Goofy knows he didn't imagine it, because that was where Sora freed Kairi's heart and disappeared. Sora remembers turning into a Heartless, but didn't remember it happening in a castle. Donald remembers it all perfectly, except the name, and asks Jiminy to check the journal, but all the entries are wiped blank. Devastating. Meanwhile, the blonde chick continues drawing. The journal being wiped may not be the first strange thing to happen, Sora thinks. Everyone not remembering the Hollow Bastion Castle is a problem too. He points out that they may be losing their memories, and Jiminy remembers. In this place, to find is to lose, and to lose is to find. Must be the memories they're losing, and the more they continue, the more of them they'll lose. Goofy believes that even though they may forget what they've seen and done, they won't forget who their friends are, like Kairi, Riku, and King Mickey. Sora says he didn't forget Donald and Goofy when he turned into a Heartless, proving no matter what, you won't forget your friends. Sora is relieved and Donald is pumped. Except Sora calls out Donald clobbering him as a Heartless, and Donald exclaims, "Why couldn't you forget that?" Concerned for the king and scared of forgetting him, Sora, Donald, and Goofy remind each other of the quest bestowed to them by the king, and that he saved everyone by staying on the dark side of the door to darkness with Riku. They're all relieved that they remember the important memories. Elsewhere, Larxene and Axel discuss what's so intriguing about Sora, more so, what Axel sees in him. When Sora turned into a Heartless, he didn't lose his mind and feelings and wasn't consumed by darkness. He held on to his feelings, even as a Heartless. And there's only one other man who's been able to do that. Axel's interested in the strength of his heart and why the Keyblade chose it. Axel reminds Larxene that the organization's mission is to unlock the mysteries of heart, and she acknowledges that with a sinister smile. Basements 11 and 10. Riku can smell the darkness around him and the residual bits still in his skin. Just then Mickey appears as a projection. This is the best his powers can do in a place like this, and requests Riku to fight the darkness inside him, to never give up, and to believe in the light. It's there, even in the darkest darkness. They've seen it. Even in the door to darkness, there was a faraway light. and Mickey finishes, "The light of Kingdom Hearts will show you the way." Riku promises to never give up, to believe in the light, and Mickey promises to find a way to reach him. They shake hands in their hearts and remain connected. Meanwhile, Zexion has identified one of the scents to be Riku, and he confused it for the superiors because his existence was once doubled in the darkness. The dark power given to Riku facilitated his escape from its realm. He's here in Castle Oblivion because his existence resonates with another hero who's here, Sora, and Marluxia is having Naminé do her work on him. Vexen feels Marluxia is desperate enough to have the Keyblade Master to himself, and Zexion is annoyed that he didn't consult this with any of them. Vexen believes Riku, the hero of darkness, to be way more valuable than Sora. Upon leaving Basement 10, Vexen meets Riku, this hero of darkness, and tells him the Ansem here is more like a quote-unquote nobody, and is neither light or dark, but walks in the twilight between, much like Riku. Riku grapples with the darkness left and challenges Vexen to a fight, but it was a trick. Vexen has used this fight as a way to collect data from Riku and disappears. Floors 4 and 5. Donald wonders what else they might have forgotten, and since Goofy can't think of anything else, it prompts him to believe that it may be possible that those other memories just must not have been that important. Sora whips out Kairi's charm, remembering the promise he made to her, thus never forgetting her. He imagines her there, but the blonde mystery girl appears behind him. He senses her, but in a flash, she's gone. He knows it wasn't Kairi, but thinks he may know her and her name. Donald snaps him out of it and reminds them of their mission to find the king and Riku. Meanwhile, blonde girl is drawing a new picture, one where she's holding hands with Sora, Riku, and Kairi. Suddenly, Sora remembers that he grew up with another girl. He thinks she went away when he was little. He's remembering her the more he goes through the castle. They ask if there's anything else he remembers about this new girl, thinking that if he talks more about her, that may be able to help him remember her more. Sora remembers her as quiet and loved to draw even at the beach, and that him and Riku would fight over who she would draw next. But then, one day, she was gone. Says the grown-ups knew the reason and might have tried to explain it to him, but only remembers crying after she was gone. He still can't remember her name, but Donald encourages Sora that he'll think of it in no time. Jiminy points out to everyone, Sora keeps remembering things instead of forgetting them. It seems to me forgetting things may be the only way to reach the memories buried deeper down inside each of us. Goofy responds, so should we forget in order to remember? Sora remembers that Axel said, our most precious memories lie so deep in our hearts that they're out of reach. He believes he finally understands the concept of losing to find and finding to lose. However, what Goofy doesn't understand is why he, Donald, and Jiminy aren't, quote, remembering deep memories like Sora is. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Wow, I think that kind of takes us full circle back
Oh, totally.
to the beginning of where we started on floor 2 with them feeling uneasy by what Axel said,
Yeah.
which is you may no longer be who you are
Yep.
if you keep going.
It bookends. Totally.
Yeah. So
And now they're all like, we got to keep going, even though we don't know what's going on. Like they
right.
never solved their first problem.
Right. They never solved their first problem.
So wild.
So yeah, in the beginning of that, when they were talking about Axel,
Yeah.
it's funny because we were saying the last episode, we were talking about him and how we didn't know how we felt about him. And now we know how they're feeling about him, you know?
They're already recognizing that there's something afoot.
Yes.
There's something up with this redhead vixen
Yes.
of some sorts.
Yes.
But yeah.
And also them forgetting a lot of things, but you hear the name Kairi among all that.
They still got Kyrie's names on the lips. They still remember
Right.
Kyrie.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So she's still being spoken about
Yes.
during this time frame, we should say. During this time frame, she's still in our
She's still in our heart. She's still on the brain. She's still there for now.
Yes.
What?
Yes. She's still in our hearts with
Oh,
us.
yeah. But yeah, what a wild set of floors and basements.
Yes.
Yeah, Brittany, I want to let you, how do you want to moderate?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of floor 2, floor 3, what we got going on here, what we really learned.
Mm-hmm.
Goofy brings, like Kyrie, Riku, and King Mickey. So that's
Yeah.
another time
Yeah.
where we're mentioning her.
Yeah.
And I love the part where Donald mentions Sora clobbering.
Yeah.
Or was it? Yeah, right? It was.
Yeah. He uses the word clobbering.
Yeah.
Very big word there. Yeah, like
Yes.
and then the music changed to like you couldn't forget that.
I like the silly moments in
Yes.
this one, and that's definitely one that sticks out to me from that.
I totally agree. I think that was something that I also wanted to like pinpoint, was that I appreciate the willingness to keep the sappy and sweet, because that's definitely a lot of the bread and butter in this entire series. There's even a part right before the clobbering moment where like Goofy and Donald are worried, like, could we forget our friends? And like Donald looks up at Sora in this very like devastatingly like no, like please don't forget us. And I thought that was really, really
Yeah.
sweet. So I agree.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they kept the sappy and sweets for sure.
I also felt so bad for Jiminy when he was crashing out about his
journal.
journal.
He's like the poor kid, like who someone's pranking him and like taking his stuff like on the playground, and he's like, I swear I had it here a minute ago.
Yeah.
The poor thing. Yeah.
He was having full crash out mode over his journal that he
Oh yeah.
it's the least he did for the trip.
It's his biggest contribution is writing this shit down, and to lose that, I bet is really nerve-wracking. His type A cricket ass is like, I swear.
And like, do we think, because like all their memories aren't gone,
Mm-hmm.
so why would the whole entire journal be gone?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like definitely some workings of controlling exactly what they're remembering,
Mhm.
and starting off with like taking away events that just happened. Because
Right.
like as an audience member, for your first time playing this through, you'd be fine to think like, oh, it's okay that Goofy forgot the name of this castle. They just got there. Don't expect them to know that. But like to forget Hollow Bastion, like so many pivotal moments happened in that.
Right.
That is troubling. That not only does he not remember it, but their memories of it got tampered with enough that both Donald and Sora are like, you're making this up. Like friends gaslighting friends. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, for real
So
though.
it is for sure.
I feel like this whole story is a whole gaslight.
that's
like
the
this whole
theme
thing
of this entire
It's
game
just
is
like
gaslight.
Yeah.
Who can gaslight who the most?
Yeah, literally.
That's
That's what
so
I feel like
funny.
this whole entire thing is.
Oh, yeah,
So,
definitely.
yes. Anything else do you think that we didn't cover on floor 2 and 3?
Floor 2 and 3 is mostly them like
Goofing around.
just
Yeah.
realizing, right, that they're forgetting their
Or not
memories.
realizing.
Not realizing and realizing. They're aware that something is going on, but they think everything is fine, except that
Right.
someone ripped out all the pages out of Jiminy's journal. The poor thing. Yeah.
That's terrible. Okay, so Larksine and Axel, this kind of gave me a little bit more insight into Sora being more powerful than I thought
Mm-hmm.
he was. Like, I never
Mhm.
thought him turning into a Heartless and becoming, and turning back was a big deal.
Like, what a
Do you know what I mean?
like, what a small brag. Like, why are you
I didn't right, like, to them,
No, it's
it's like,
true.
"Holy shit."
It's true.
But
No,
to
yeah.
us in the game, it was like, okay, that happened for 5 seconds. Was it that big of it? Like,
Yeah.
who knew all the repercussions that came out of that, 5 minutes
Yeah.
that we were Heartless?
That's a really great way to put it. Because,
Right?
yeah, it definitely, I think any of us playing it was just like, oh, it was just like a sad moment that happened. And yeah, like you said it perfectly, the repercussions of his sacrifice is now being dealt with bigger beings, darker beings. And yeah, no, totally. It's a huge deal. And I wanted to ask you, this is a potential pause section. I'm not 100% sure yet, but
Okay.
why do you think Sora didn't completely disappear into the darkness when he turned into a Heartless? Like, what? I feel like I might know the answer, but I just want to know, like,
I think they say it.
they say it?
I feel like they say I feel like not like they say it, like, out loud. I feel like they say his heart is strong, right? They say what do they say? Axel is interested in the strength of his heart and why the Keyblade chose it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So I think his heart is just like, do
His
you know
heart
what
is
I
just
mean?
that strong. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
His heart is just that strong, and he has the power of the Keyblade, he has his friends, and those are things that are keeping him going, and he just
Mm-hmm.
sacrificed himself for his friend.
Yeah.
So I think all of that just plays into how strong, his heart is. So I think
Yeah.
that's, like, where it really narrows down to that, I didn't think again, NBD, like,
No big
James are
deal.
heartless, he came back. It's like,
Yeah.
"Guys, relax."
Guys, calm
Not a
down.
big deal.
That's not that
Anybody
big of
can
a
do
deal.
that.
I would do, yeah, anyone can do that. That's so funny.
That's how I felt about that part.
Yeah. I guess Slash, all right, maybe this is the pause section or the potential pause section, but
Okay.
Slash, like, why was he able to do that? But Slash, who is the other man who's been able to do that? I don't know who the other man who's been able to do that ... is. So maybe this isn't a pause. Maybe this is something. Well, our breaking it down is a pause for sure. But the
Or
question being,
bleeping it.
who is, yeah. We're censoring that part. Who's the other man who's been able to do that ... And after our going through it, we can't think of actually who it is because anyone else who potentially is has in some version lost their shit over it. So
It's like The Ring.
yeah.
The Lord of the Rings ring.
Can I tell you that I watched, okay, I don't know, I definitely feel like I'm about to, like, make you gasp really loudly because I know who you were in love with in middle school as well as Jesse McCartney.
You've never seen it.
I watched it for the first time, like, 2 years ago. I
Wow.
never watched Lord of the Rings the entire time we were in middle school and high school and all of it.
Wow.
I think I missed the boat. Wait, I'm gonna cut that out. Everyone's gonna kill me. I think it's fine, but, like,
She's like, "I didn't get it."
when Frodo still put the fucking ring on at the end, I was so pissed. I was like, after everything,
After all
you
that.
are falling for the rings shenanigans. Like, Sam is the best. Sam is my favorite one. But I was just like, oh, it was so, I think I'm just too in my 30s at this point. I think maybe when I was like 13, I would have been like, oh,
Oh, this is cool.
so sad. Now I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. What are you doing? But you were, yeah, weren't you
Sad.
into Orlando Bloom?
I did. I
Yeah,
did. I loved
that's what I
that.
thought.
That was for me.
I knew it was like, it was, was it that version of him?
Yeah.
It was that version. We really are women of a certain age because you either had a crush on Orlando Bloom in that movie or, oh, fuck, the
The
other
other
one,
guy. Yeah.
Aragon. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember his name right now.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
That guy.
that was really like the original Team Jacob, Team Edward shit. Like
That's
that was,
so
yeah.
funny.
But anyway, I had to let you know that I only watched it for
I
the
love
first time
that
like
for
2 years
you.
ago. But yeah, with that said, also Larxine's intro. I mean, I think we get more into it the next episode because like we really see
Personality show.
her personality shine, but just like she is such a good
You
time.
know what? Me and Larxene wouldn't get along. That's all I can say.
She's such a bitch. She's so funny though. Wait, what is it? So wait, did you not find any like her antics, her like personality? Like, what was your thoughts on her
I
intro?
mean, she gives mean girl off the bat, like,
She is so mean. Oh my God.
and mean girl to mean girl. I mean, I'm
You
just
are
kidding. No.
not a mean girl. You
Not
shut up.
mean girl, but I don't know her. I just think her energy, it's not for me. She annoys me.
If you had to give her a sign, what would you give her?
A Scorpio.
A Scorpio through and through.
Yes. Yes.
She is ruthless. She is in there. But that was it. I just kind of You kind of said that with no hesitation. I'm dead.
Yeah, no, goodbye. But yes, Larxene, whatever. Also, her hair, like, she looks like a little heartless.
Yeah.
Right? She has the antennas, like,
Oh, her antennas.
they are, right? They're the antennas of, like, the Shadow Heartless,
Oh yeah, she
right?
definitely looks like a Shadow Heartless. You're so right. What I'm tickled about is that, and we've already seen a good amount of organization members. I think we've seen almost all of them at this point, but
It's true.
they have to make each of them so distinct because they're all in a fucking black robe that, like, they can't just throw 3 of them to have, like, short brown hair. They have to all have something. And it wasn't enough that she could just be the only blonde chick in this organization.
Yeah, like, what is that?
She has to also add the extra gel on her front bangs, like, as well. It's just so, to make it so distinct, like, you will not forget who she is, kind of thing.
And
But
she's the only girl, right?
she's the only girl. And going back to our last episode with how Marluxia was initially supposed to be a woman, I do find it really wild that they didn't. I don't know why. I don't know why. This is also like 20 years ago. But, like, Larxene really is the only girl in this. I think it would have been kind of cool to have 2. We know how little women there are in this series. It is way outweighed by men. I
C'est la
think that
vie.
would have been really, really nice. C'est la vie. Here we are anyway. But but yeah, she's the only chick. That's it.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about for that section?
For that section, no, that's really the most.
Okay, so let's talk about basements 11 and 10. We're talking about the smells again.
Back to that smelly smell.
Stank. Just that stank. It smells so. It remind me of like when you're at a fire pit and you just can't get the smell like out of your hair.
Ooh.
And just your
wait.
sweatshirt and everything just like smells like fire, right?
You just gave me a really, like, interesting thing to think about. Like, what do we think darkness smells like? And I feel like that lingering smoke from a fire pit, that smells pretty good to me.
That could work.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
And I think, like, yeah, it's definitely something that happens in real life. But, like, if I were to think of darkness, yeah, there's something smoky lingering to it. And I think what I imagine Castle Oblivion itself to smell like, I feel like it smells just like Pine Sol. Like, it's so squeaky clean.
Pine Sol.
I bet it smells like piney and lemony. That, like, Riku coming in being like,
that's what you think. Because it's like white.
Because it's like stark white. Like, I feel like it doesn't smell like. I feel like it smells good in there.
I wasn't picking it up until I thought about it for a sec, and I was like, okay.
What do you think Castle Oblivion smells like?
I don't know. I was giving just like tile.
Just tile.
just like
dried tile.
No, it was giving like hospital where like it's like recycled air and you just like can't wait to get out and have like fresh air.
Yeah.
Do you know
like
what I mean?
Sterile air.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I could see that too. Definitely.
I could also see like Marluxia doing those like scent things in the ceiling, those like like at the hotels, where they like put the smell, like the whatever it is, the essential oils or whatever, so it smells nice.
Yeah.
I could see him doing one of those for like roses.
Is that them
in the
You would totally use roses.
rose smell.
That's so silly.
That's what I could
love
say.
that. I love that.
It's so silly. Okay. Anyway,
It's a lot of smells going on, but I do like your idea or like your analogy. And now I'm kind of thinking, like, to me, that's what darkness smells like. It smells like a fire pit.
right,
Totally.
right. And speaking of the darkness, we see Mickey again,
Yay.
but he's not the real version this time.
He's just a projection.
Yeah. Do we know?
A figment of sorts.
I'm gonna assume he is on the back in the darkness still. I don't know.
I think
we don't know where he is at this point, right? Yeah.
We don't actually know. We don't actually know because the last place we saw him, he's projecting.
He's projecting.
He's projecting that shit onto Riku, and that's not for Riku to solve. Yeah, he's projecting all of his inner shit onto Riku right here. I want to say he's still like in the realm of darkness just because, at least from as far as we just saw,
Right.
that is where he last was. Don't actually know. I think not even like trying not to be spoiler heavy. We just don't know. Oh, by the way, look at what I'm wearing. I'm going to keep this on my desk with me. So whenever I'm doing Gummi Ship stuff, I'm going to wear it.
That's what it's for.
Audience, I'm wearing this sweet bracelet that Brittany got me for my birthday that says "You got this." So
she needs a reminder.
That's my
sometimes.
colossal charm, if you will, for my sweet partner. So yeah, my lucky charm. But that's definitely. I don't. Do I have anything else for that?
Basically, like, it's Mickey cheering Riku on. I feel like there's a lot of that.
I think my only thing to add to it is just like we're seeing like the beginning bonds of Riku and Mickey's friendship that I think.
Right. Yeah. That's what I meant.
Kind of
He's
going
like
back
his
to
motivator now, you know?
Yes. Like he's like is one like, you know.
Oh my God.
There's one inkling. What?
He's like his sponsor for like AA.
His DA, his Darkness Anonymous.
Yeah. He's like,
Wait,
I will
that's so
give you
true.
your coin if you don't
get
give
through
in
this
to the darkness.
whole castle without tapping into that darkness. I'll get you your coin. I won't call all the time.
Not making fun of AA at all.
We are not. No.
Not at all.
But the
Not at
way
all.
that it is treated
just-
that way.
Yes, it's like his
Yes.
sponsor, his big brother, you know?
Yeah. And he like gets so jazzed when he sees him. It's like from what I imagine, the best sponsor to AA.
I mean, it's Mickey Mouse.
Anonymous. Yeah, it's Mickey Mouse too. Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
come on.
But like seeing again, kind of going back to what we were saying like way earlier that like, you know, you and I both did an experience chain of memories. We kind of just really jumped in from 2. Like either I really jumped into 2, you jumped into 2 from 1. I was like, when the hell did Riku and the king become friends?
Yeah.
Like, how did this even happen?
Or when did they meet up?
Mm-hmm. Like, I knew that they closed the door together, but I thought that was the extent of it.
Right.
So watching their beginning bonds form here has been really, really like nice for the heart. Very gentle, very sweet.
When did they become homies? Yeah.
And that we're learning the homie trail.
We're learning.
Yes. And it's very sweet. But yeah, that's my biggest thing from it. Before we move to 4 and 5, I did want to talk to you about how we heard 2 words in Basement 10 when Vexen meets Riku. The word nobody and the word twilight. And
yes.
I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
It just brought up other things that we can talk about yet.
Not quite yet.
But cut that part out. But I love how they put it, quote unquote, nobody.
Yes. Because it's making that clear that we need to pay attention to that.
Right. That anything that's in quotes like that is something that you're like,
Mm-hmm.
So that was definitely a big like circle in my book. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, they said it. They said it.
They said the word. They said the word.
And that neither light or dark. I think this is our first mention of nobody, right?
This is definitely the first time we've heard nobody.
Okay.
But we hear it a couple times, I think, in this game. But I think this is the first time we hear it.
Nobody, twilight. I mean, there's lots of things going on in this little tiny section right here.
And again, not to get too far ahead, but I too also didn't realize how much weight the word twilight held until this game.
Yep, for sure.
So again, if you're seeing it in quotes and it's in capitalized and you hear it more than 4 times, it's a word to pay attention to.
Yes.
And it definitely, it made me like, you know, as someone who knows the next few games, like very, very happy to hear those words. Very excited.
So yeah, I think that's it. Really.
Yeah.
I did want to kind of go back about how they now are kind of like, forget about Sora. We're going to go at Riku instead because he seems to be a little bit more powerful. Thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. I feel like it's showing the division of the organization and their motives that half the group or seemingly half the group is we should go after the one that is fully light and the other half is like no, we should go after the one that's like super dark.
Right.
So I feel like like them making their choices or what team they're on, are they team Sora, team Riku, is already showing like where the chasm in the organization is.
Yes.
Which also I totally agree is like super interesting that like yeah.
So now 4 and 5, let's see. So obviously what stands out right now is we see Naminé being incorporated into his actual memories at the
Yes.
moment.
She is inserting herself for show. Like,
She hasn't taken over, but she's moved in.
she's moved in. She hasn't put her stuff down yet. She just walked through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is what I didn't realize the first time around playing it was that the picture she draws is not only Sora and Riku, but also Kairi. Like, I think it's really sweet.
It's giving Parasite. It's giving parasitic.
It's giving she's gonna get every one of her friends hired at this castle and to get their way in there.
It's giving she's like in Kyrie's like blood and
She's
she's gonna
wormed her
take
way
over
in
the
there.
host. Yeah.
This is a question I always wanted to know. I actually don't think we've had a chance to talk about this yet. Do we think like her abilities come through with the drawing, or is she just drawing for fun?
I never thought about that.
Me neither. It was just something that kind of like, I don't think it really like makes or breaks anything. I just
No.
whatever.
but That's a good question. I never thought about it.
Right.
Never thought about it. So that's a good one.
And maybe that's something we'll think about later
See
on.
what you guys think about that one.
Yeah, guys. What do you think? What is the drawings? Like, what do they do?
Yes.
And I think near the ends of this, of the 5th floor, if we hadn't guessed already, Sora's the main character. So it's not super strange that it seems his memories are the only ones that are being dealt with versus everybody else. I do love that they make Goofy like pretty smart in the Kingdom Hearts series. Like, he's constantly catching on to things.
And he's so chill about it.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, I think something's happening here. And he just like spits out the right answer just casually.
Just constantly.
And everybody's like, Goofy's the only one that knows. The dogs, him and Pluto are the only ones that know what the fuck's going on around
The
here.
dogs are the only ones who know. Oh my God, you're so right. This is kind of off track, but I'll bring it back, I promise. Did you watch the documentary about how the Goofy movie was made?
Yes.
Okay, so do you remember in it, one of the complaints that the studio had was like, oh, you're making Goofy too like sweet.
Yes.
He's not like falling enough. He's not like goofy
Yes.
enough. Like, I don't want to feel bad that he's having a strained relationship with his son. And I feel like I could speak for myself. I could feel like I could speak for you too. And most of those who love it is like their relationship, Max and Goofy's relationship, is what makes it like so special and so stand out. And I'm bringing it back to this, I promise, that like I think after watching the documentary and then like replaying this, I never noticed that Goofy is constantly always having the right answers.
Yeah.
Like, he's much smarter than anyone is making him out to be. Even me, even my own brain.
I noticed that during this gameplay.
Right?
That Goofy was in check. Donald is always stressing.
Mm-hmm.
And Jiminy is just like, hello, like, I'm here to. Yeah.
And Jiminy, of course, is going to have the right answers, but like in like a conscious, like, meta kind of way.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was really, really like sweet.
I did notice that.
Goofy's always got the answers. So you're right. The dogs always know. The dogs, they're always hot in the trail.
I mean, he's the one that thinks he figures out the concept while everybody else is kind of just like questioning everything, such as like, did this happen? This, and Donald's kind of just like, oh my gosh, we're losing our memories,
But Goofy's the one that's actually like pinpointing, like, it almost doesn't even matter because we're not even the ones going through. How come we're not going through it the same way Sora is?
Goofy's like, wait,
so crazy. Good for Goofy. Love him. Leave him alone.
Leave Goofy alone.
Leave him alone.
And then we come back to where we started when we were talking about it before. Our most precious memories lie deep in our hearts. So are they being fed bullshit? Because they're like, oh yeah, like, of course your memories aren't real. It's what's deep in your heart. That's what's real. So now that they're getting these false memories, they're like, oh yeah, that's what's real because that's what's deep in our heart. But at the same time, they're being fed bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, wait, this is real, but it's not.
I think the use of the word remembrance is perfectly in tune with what's going on here.
For sure. And with that, I think we've covered, right?
We've covered our commentary on the events for sure from this episode. There's a couple of things I wanted to shout out.
Sure.
Brittany, we talked about it a little bit last episode. Some, like we said, things that happen in Disney World are not actually important to the storyline, literally just as there to exist in its own world. But there are some funny things that happen in it that I wanted to give a quick shout out to. But before I do, there was just two like comments on the gameplay I just wanted to go through. If you're playing the game for the first time, you don't have to pick certain worlds in certain orders. You can play whatever you want within the span of these 2 to 5 worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And I played a different path of worlds than the YouTube channel that we're watching, which, by the way, Brittany, the first time we brought it up, we both were like, Oz Bro Gaming. It's literally Oz. It's OZ and then bro. We made up our own word. It's Oz. It's just Oz Bro Gaming.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
I was looking at it today and I was like, why were we so tripped up on how to say this guy's name? It literally is just Oz. Like, we've seen The Wizard of Oz.
Stupid.
We've watched Wicked. Come on.
So dumb.
Anyway, he did something different. He did a different path. And then my own commentary was Jafar Genie broke me when I was playing this. Brittany, I don't know if you remember those streams, but that was the boss I was fighting where I accidentally hit return to menu instead of continue.
Oh no, I think I do remember
I
that.
had to replay all of Agrabah again, and I think it took me like
Yes, I
3
remember
hours
that.
to get back to Jafar Genie, and then it still took me an hour and a half to fucking beat him. He
Yikes.
wiped the floor with me, and I was on beginner mode. I suck. I never said I was good at games. I just like playing them. And my other commentary is that I didn't realize until like a week ago, and I played this second one. Deep Jungle isn't in Chain of Memories.
Huh. I did not know that.
I didn't notice that. And I ended up finding like a short came up on YouTube that just like explained it for me without me even looking for it. And it was all licensing just because technically Tarzan doesn't, like the licensing for the story doesn't belong to Disney. Disney licensed it out, which then Kingdom Hearts had to license it. And I'm pretty sure it was just too much of a headache for them to like continue licensing it, that they were just like, forget it. We're just going to continue this
Without
series
it.
without. So that's also why we've never seen Deep Jungle ever again.
Ever again.
I don't even think we've seen Tarzan as like a
Nope.
summon or anything.
Nope.
We never see him again. And I did not realize it until like a week ago. But anyway,
Sames.
few shout outs from the worlds because they're really funny. Donald and Goofy calling Sora out in Wonderland for showing off to Alice. It's like in this world, she's on trial again, but this time it's for taking the queen's
Yes.
memories.
I remember this.
And Sora jumps in and he's like, I'm the thief.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, you are?
Yeah, they're like, we are. And he's like, I didn't know what
And
else
he's like,
to say.
no, I'm not. I just said that. Yeah.
And then when they get out of the courtroom and they're in like the Lotus Forest, they were like, oh, Sora did that to show off clearly. And he makes like a face. So
And
it's like,
Alice is like sketched out too. She's like, I don't know.
Alice is like, oh, I definitely don't look at you that way, but thanks.
Yeah.
But I love these little nuggets of Sora being like girl crazy. Like
Yes.
he is just obsessed with the ladies. Our sweet little player. I can't.
Yes.
In Olympus, Phil actually says, you've got me over a barrel. Hello, kids game. Excuse me, what? And he says, you got me over a barrel. And I was like, what are you talking about? This shit is so crazy. If like you're just clicking through it, you're never gonna know what he's saying. But I thought that was hilarious. And he does his other bit where it's like 2 words and it's not 2 words, but he just says everyone is pooped. And
You ain't heroes.
Yeah.
We know.
he says at the
Shut the
end,
fuck
he goes,
up.
shut the fuck up. That's 3 words for you. I love that Hades called Hercules Hercules, like got the irk, and for him to pack his pita. It's so stupid.
Jeez.
We got classic Cloud with his hair toss. Couldn't let the game go by without him doing that.
Couldn't not.
Love every single one of Genie's quips. It's just like the movie. It's just like game 1. He also tosses Aladdin like a rag doll. which I thought was insane. And then my last thing is Pinocchio Hulk smashing his way out of Parasite Cage. I don't know if you remember this because I didn't remember it until I rewatched the scene, but it was like he gets caught in a Parasite Cage again.
Yes, and they're like, you could do it, Pinocchio.
Yes, and he just Hulk smashes himself out of it. It's so silly.
They're like, you got this,
God.
Pinocchio.
I was dying. But yeah, that's the bits of funny moments that have to shout it
So
out. It has nothing to
funny.
do with it, but it's so funny. Really quick, Brittany, is there anything else that you remember that you want to throw in, or
No, I think we covered it. I think this was a pretty, a nice little chunk to transition to some messy stuff that's gonna come.
I agree. It's definitely going to get messier from here. So with that,
Yeah.
we will cap this episode off with a storyline update.
Yes.
Brittany, if you would do us the honors,
Let's do it.
what is our storyline update that we are adding to our board?
Okay. For our protagonist story, we have Jiminy Journal is wiped clean, and Sora, Donald, and Goofy and Jiminy feel their memories slipping further into the castle as they go. Sora, Donald, and Goofy haven't forgotten their friends and still remember their mission to save the king and Riku. Sora remembers his promise to Kairi and catches a glimpse of the blonde girl in his head and swears she grew up with them on Destiny Islands. Donald, Goofy, and Jiminy aren't quote-unquote remembering deep memories as Sora is. Then for our supporting protagonist story, which is going to be Riku. Riku finds the darkness leaves a stanky smell, one that still lingers on him. He promises King Mickey that he'll hang on to the light, and he is tricked by Vexen into fighting him long enough to collect data from him. The universe's story. Axel and Larxian examine what is so special about Sora, and Zexian, Lexius, and Vexen, say that 5 times fast, no, Riku and Sora are in the castle and express the frustration about being left out of Marluxia's plan. We don't have a world encountered. We're not going to do world encountered. So
Not really. Nothing really happens in those worlds.
But yeah, so that's our update for that.
Yeah. Brittany, anything I left out? Anything that feels amiss?
I don't think so. I think it looks good.
Looks good to
I think
you.
we covered it all. I think we talked about all this.
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
Well, this was excellent. This was such a good talk.
Yes, this was.
I cannot wait to get into the next one that you'll be leading.
Yes.
And yeah, some new lines are going to be drawn in that one for sure.
Yes, for sure. Only going to get more messy. That's all I could say.
Have you ever seen that show? It's with that Marie Kondo. Like she's like a tidy up specialist.
Yes.
Like, have you seen the quote of her online? Just like, I love mess.
Yes, that's it. Exactly.
That is this in a nutshell.
That
for sure.
is us.
I'm so dead. All right. Well, thanks for listening to our episode, you
Yes.
guys. We'll be back real soon, you guys. This is Victoria,
This is Brittany.
and we are
we're
Gummi Ship Radio, signing
signing
off.
off.
Oh, wait. I love you, Brittany.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Gummi Ship Radio. You and your power, aka your friends, can follow the show on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. To see our storyline update, stay in the know, or just to say hey, you can follow our account on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Gummi Ship Radio, or email us at gummishipradio@gmail.com. Please rate and review our podcast. Your support will help us immeasurably. Our intro is arranged and theme music created by Matt Whiteford. This podcast is hosted and produced by Victoria Harrington and Brittany Morales.
We'll be thinking of you wherever you are, and see you next time.
Bye, Gummi Ship Radio.